Hare Krishna. So now Krishna is starting a section where he's going to describe the four varnas in detail. So let's start with the first one, that is the category of Brahmanas. Shloka number 42. Shamo damas tapaha shaucham kshantirarjamavevacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma svabhavajam. So what are the qualities of a Brahmana? Here is a list that Krishna is giving us. First one, shamaha, that is peacefulness. So peacefulness basically talks about control of one's mind. So a Brahmana is supposed to control his mind by doing various activities on the platform of transcendence or devotional service. So when he is engaging his mind in service of Krishna, automatically his mind will be under control. So first one, that is shama, controlling of mind, which will lead to peacefulness. So a Brahmana is expected to be peaceful and not agitated. So he will be peaceful all the time. Second quality that is given is damaha. Damaha means controlling the external senses or self-control. So shama basically means controlling one's internal senses, or to be more specific, mind. And damaha basically means controlling the external senses. So a Brahmana is very strict when it comes to his activities of his different senses. When it comes to eating habits, he is very strict in having prasadam only. When it comes to seeing, hearing, speaking, he is very strict, and he restrains his activities to those activities where glorification of the Lord is involved and which is completely spiritual. Anything that is related, any crap that is there in this material world, he will not get into those talks. He will not be interested to see or hear or touch or whatever. So he controls himself, he controls his senses in various ways. And how he does it? Very simple. He engages his senses in service of the Lord. Eyes are engaged in seeing the Lord. The ears are engaged in hearing about the glories of the Lord. The nose is engaged in smelling the tulasi leaves offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. The tongue is engaged in tasting the Krishna prasadam and chanting the holy names. The sense of touch is engaged in serving the various devotees and doing various other physical services in the temple, and so on and so forth. So in this way, a Brahmana, and to be more specific, going beyond the stage of Brahmana, a Vaishnava or a devotee, he engages all his senses in service of the Lord, and naturally what happens? Naturally his senses come under his own control. Because Rishik Isha, the controller of senses, will control the senses of this devotee. This is Damaha. Then the next one is Tapaha, austerity. So Brahmana will take voluntary inconvenience to his body, which is mentioned in the scriptures, not whimsical, which are mentioned in the scriptures. So a devotee who is above the Brahmana category also, he will fast on Ekadashis, Janmastami, Radhastami, all the different auspicious days which are mentioned in the Vedic scriptures. So Vedic scriptures are clear when to fast, when not to fast, etc. So he will follow that very clearly. And why it is so important? Again, to control one's mind. Austerity will take us closer to the ultimate perfection, but enjoyment will take us away from that stage of perfection, and we might drown in this material world forever. So austerity is very important, and a Brahmana does that. And the next one, Shaucham, that is cleanliness or purity. So a Brahmana makes sure that he maintains cleanliness externally and internally also. External cleanliness, when it comes to his surrounding, he keeps it clean. When it comes to his own body, he keeps it clean by taking bath minimum 3 times a day. And when it comes to internal cleanliness, he focuses a lot on chanting the holy names of the Lord and doing swadhyay, that is study of the Vedic scriptures. So that keeps him clean inside, and external activities are also kept clean by taking bath and cleaning the surrounding, etc. Next is Kshantir, that is tolerance, and Arjavam is honesty or simplicity. So come what may, Brahmana who has knowledge, He's very clear that this world is ashashvatam, things will keep changing, people will keep changing because of three modes of material nature. So understanding all this and situated in knowledge, he does not get disturbed unnecessarily. He'll just tolerate the situation, understanding nothing in this world is permanent, everything is temporary, it will change. So in that way, he'll tolerate, he'll not react. He'll just tolerate and wait for the right time to respond. That is tolerance. And arjavam, simplicity. He's straightforward in his dealings. He's not duplicit having various masks. He'll go to some place and there's a different mask, and then he goes to another place, there's a different mask. No. Inside out. That is simplicity. He's straightforward in his behavior. And you know what? People who are straightforward in all the situations, no one takes any offense, even if they speak anything straightforward, which is offensive also at times. Why? Because people know he's straightforward all the time. But most of the time duplicit and sometimes straightforward, no, people take it as an offense. People take it as an offense. So a Brahmana is straightforward because he has nothing to do with this world. He is more eager to go back home, back to Godhead, to attain the ultimate perfection. So he is just preparing himself to go to the next level of Krishna consciousness. And then it is given Jnanam, Vijnanam, Asthikyam. Jnanam means the knowledge from the Vedic scriptures. The Jnanam. Vijnanam means the realized knowledge. So one is you study the scriptures, and second is when the Lord is pleased, when the Guru is pleased, by their mercy, the person realizes that knowledge. So that Jnana becomes Vijnana. That is realized knowledge. And Asthikyam. So a Brahmana naturally has a lot of faith in the Vedic scriptures. A lot of faith. So he studies that and he teaches others. So what is the job of a Brahmana? He's supposed to cultivate these different qualities and then teach and train the entire society. Why? Because Brahmana is the head of the entire society. All other different categories are like the hands and belly and legs. But then Brahmana is the head of the entire society. And it's very important to note that somehow in the age of Kali Yuga, the number of Brahmanas are reduced to a very great extent. So if we have some inclination towards these different things, we should cultivate ourselves very nicely, cultivate these qualities very nicely and help people around, because the head of the society is actually missing now. So Prabhupada now wanted many Brahmanas to come up in ISKCON. And that's how we see Prabhupada took people who were very low in their behavior, in their character and other things. He trained them very nicely and he made them Brahmanas. He made them nice Vaishnavas, nice devotees. So we can also do that. We can read Prabhupada's books, hear his lectures, and by his mercy, we can also get transformed and come to a stage of a Brahmana, a devotee, and then help others so that they can also come to a certain level in Krishna consciousness. So in this way, Krishna has spoken about the Brahmanas. Now the next category is called as Kshatriyas. So he's going to describe that in the next shloka. Let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna